Hey brother! Ben, last week I posed the question to open or not to open regarding this Rey action figure, and then went on to basically prove that Luke Skywalker is her father. I mean, come on, all the evidence is there. But just looking at the comments in the towel section, it seemed like at least half the people were more concerned with whether or not I should open this box. So today, we're not just going to answer it for myself, but I will answer should anyone open their Star Wars action figure. The reason this question even exists stems from the idea that over time, something like this action figure will grow in value and later I can resell it for a profit. After all, Star Wars toys in particular are famous for gaining a lot of value. Take for example this vinyl caped Jawa, which has been known to sell for over $18,000. Holy force, how did that happen? The story for any valuable Star Wars toy is the same story. It all comes down to the perceived reception versus the actual popularity of the franchise. During the production of A New Hope, people didn't realize that Star Wars was going to be the movie that changed, well, everything, and then go on to become the most popular media franchise in, like, the history of ever. Sci-fi wasn't very popular at the time, so they didn't really think the movie was going to do that great at all, and as a result, there was not a lot of toy production, and what was produced was often made with cheap materials and inaccuracies, which were okay and could be overlooked for such a small movie. That's how you end up with these off-color snaggletooth monsters and these cheap, easily broken, telescoping lightsabers from Luke, Ben, and Vader. Then the movie comes out, it's a massive success, and demand for the toys skyrockets, so you have to go back and fix all of these problems and then reproduce the toys on a massive scale, making those originals very rare and eventually very valuable. That brings us back to our original problem. Open or not to open? Well, anyone struggling with this decision basically needs to answer this question first. Do you plan on selling it? If no, then your decision becomes much easier. It just comes down to whether or not you want to play with your toys, which to me really comes down to how great you are making blaster/lightsaber noises with your mouth. Oh, Lord Vader, what can I do for you? Well, it turns out those were the droids we were looking for. I know, I'm really good, but don't compare yourself to me. I've had years of practice. And if you don't want to play with it, then it's just a question of whether you'd like to display it in the box or out of the box. Or, you know, locked away in storage somewhere. In which case, why did you even buy it? But if you do plan on reselling it, it becomes a little bit more complicated. Unless, like, you plan on selling it at a yard sale someday, and in that case, just go ahead and open it. More likely though, you want to resell it for more than you purchased it for. So the real question is, how can you determine if in the future your toy is going to have gained value? Well, first of all, is it mint in box? What's mint in box? Have you touched it even at all? Yes? Guarantee it's worth nothing. How are you making blaster noises with your mouth? What are you shooting at? It's Lord Vader. He found out about the droids. And you think you could stop him with a blaster? No, you cannot! Oh, wait, it is mint in box and you haven't touched it at all? Well, then great! New question. Did you personally receive this toy from a good friend at Hasbro who has confirmed that there is a particular uniqueness or defect about this exact model? You did. Okay then. Guard it with your life! So, mint in box, but no friend at Hasbro. Huh. Well, let me ask you this. How good are you at making blaster noises with your mouth? Wait, don't kill me! Give me one good reason not to. I am your son. Bang, 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 bang! Bang, bang, that's the best you got. That was awful. Why did you even buy it? The fact of the matter is, unless you can confirm some sort of uniqueness about your toy, there is no rarity to this. Unlike the original Star Wars toys, which were produced in small numbers for a movie they didn't think was going to be popular, there is not a limited number of these. They will produce as many Rey action figures as they think they can sell. And given the overwhelming popularity of this character, that's a lot. I'm not saying it'll never gain value, but I'd bet at most this is eventually worth $30 to $50, which honestly isn't that much given your 20 to 30 year investment. Then my question for you and everybody else is, do you want to play Star Wars? How good are you at making blaster noises? And if you owned a valuable toy, would you sell it? Or would the act of owning something valuable bring you more joy than the dollars it's worth? Let me know in the title section below, and if you need help deciding whether or not you should open your own Star Wars toy, Ben and I have put together an awesome flowchart, which you can see by heading over to my Tumblr page or our Facebook page. Links to both down in the description. Also, I'm going to post a link to the article I found about the top 10 most valuable Star Wars toys, which is a pretty interesting read, and I recommend you check that out as well. Otherwise, Ben, that's it for me. I will see you in another life, brother.
These socks are amazing!
Thanks for watching. As always, please like the video if you haven't yet. It really helps out the channel. If you want to see my thoughts on who Rey's parents are, you can check out my video from last week right here. And if you want to see my other top 7 unanswered questions from Star Wars The Force Awakens, you can click right here. And if you're not already, please subscribe so you don't miss any future Star Wars videos. Although, next week we'll actually be talking about something different.